Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Jamie with Lost Boy. We're going to be spilling some more tea today. Keep in mind that this is a collective message. It's pretty much designed for whoever needs it. So please only take the messages that resonate and drop the messages that do not. I do want to say thank you to everybody out there that has supported the channel. It really does mean the world to me. It allows this channel to grow and it gets these messages out there to others who need it. And if anybody out there is interested in booking a personal reading with me, all that information is down below in the description box. I'm actually going to be announcing in the next couple of days, probably by the end of the week, different variations of styles of readings that I will be offering to accommodate a few other things. But I'll announce those at the end of the week. Yeah, so let's get into this daily tea reading. Let's see what the universe has for us today. Universe, what is the tea? What is the tea? The world. This is wrapping up a cycle. This is completing a life lesson here. I also see Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini here as well. Doesn't have to be. This is wrapping up a major cycle. A lesson has been learned. I'm going to cover Sorry, she has her tatas hanging out. I just realized that on this deck, and I know that YouTube was having an issue with certain cards a while back, and I'm not trying to get in trouble here. So it has to do with being a victim, or having a victim mindset, or being led, or leading people down the wrong path, right? Take it how it resonates, right? This is a collective message. We're wrapping up that cycle here. Somebody here is no longer probably allowing themselves to be led in the wrong direction, either via someone else or via themselves, right? Because sometimes we do that, right? Sometimes we don't have all the information, or sometimes our emotions get the best of us, right? And that's okay, right? It's the journey of life. But somebody here is wrapping up a major cycle here. And this could even be a major cycle in regards to finances and stability as well. Four of Cups reversed, no longer missing out on an opportunity that is right in front of them. So they're taking an opportunity. They're no longer ignoring it. Tell me more, please. The Ace of Swords. So that's truth, that's clarity. Some kind of victory here, right? That victory wreath and crown is hanging out there. So there is some kind of victorious news. This news sets somebody free, it sets somebody down a new path. It gives them some kind of clarity, it answers some kind of questions. Maybe upon where to go next, right? Because now we're wrapping up a cycle. Now somebody knows, they have some kind of piece of information here, right? Because they wrapped up a cycle, learning a lesson, taking that lesson with them. And that's the Ace of Swords. And it has to do with the stability, because we have King of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. This is somebody here who knows what they have to offer. Somebody here who's very grounded, they're very stable. You know, the King of Pentacles can be a little tight on the purse strings, right? He doesn't like to spend his money unless it's a good investment. This is somebody who thinks long and hard before, you know, they give their finances out, or they give out something, right? Something of value. But this is also with that King of Pentacles that's building up success. Climbing that ladder, right? Being the one that has, you know, some kind of answers in regards to their craft, right? Being the leader of their craft. Six of Cups reversed. This is turning their back on the past. No longer looking at the past, right? No longer reminiscing about the past. King of Cups reversed. Maybe some of you guys were dealing with a water sign of some sort.
Hi, I'm Nicole Hockley from Sandy Hook Promise. I know this is...
Okay, YouTube ads. You're ruining a good reading here. Sorry about that. Some of you guys could have been dealing with the water sign of some sort, a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio that you're turning your back on. Right? Because the King of Cups is somebody who's not honest with their emotions, plays a lot of games, doesn't follow their intuition. This could be kind of a little bit controlling here, because this is like somebody here who likes to get their needs met, right? Confuses lust and passion with love. This could also be somebody here who overindulges, and maybe for some of you, it could have been you. Maybe for some of you, maybe you were overindulging in something for an escape, so that way, you know, you can move on. And we do that sometimes, right? But either way, somebody is turning their back on the past. It's dead, done, and over with. It's behind them. They're seeing the truth about somebody. Somebody here was also not who they say they were, with the King of Cups in the reverse. So there's somebody here was definitely lacking some kind of maturity. Maybe people here are just turning their back on immature energies. Tell me more, universe. The Ace of Cups. This is love. This is an overflow of emotion. But this is also self-love. I love how, and we had this King of Pentacles here again. So this King of Pentacles, I feel like is resembling the collective at this time, or whoever this reading is for. But the thing that is so cool is we have the hand of the divine coming in from both directions. So it's like, I don't know if it's like being hugged by the divine and by source in a way, saying congratulations, you've passed the test. You now know your value, you now know your worth, you know what you bring to the table here. So, this is wrapping up a major cycle, learning a major lesson, never going back there again. So whoever I'm reading for, you're never going back there again. So congratulations, right? You will never be back in that circumstance ever again. This is a lot of love. This is also like inspiration as well, right? Doing what it is that you love, following your inspiration, being inspired, not being trapped anymore with that Ace of Swords, seeing things for what they are. This is like artistry at work here. Somebody building up something that they love, creating something that they love, building up some kind of abundance out of that. Some of you guys have some skills here that you are undervaluing, that I feel like, you know, could bring you a lot, not only a lot of joy, but could bring you some kind of stability here. And I think you owe it to yourself to look into that. Tell me more, please. Justice in the reverse. Somebody here has gained a change of perception over an injustice. It could have even been with a Libra. The truth shall set somebody free. You could be hearing, I don't know if somebody here is wanting to come back and apologize or give you the truth about what happened. But I don't think the collective needs the apology, because I feel like they got their own closure with the World card. They got their own clarity here by going within. This Justice card in the reverse. Why is this Justice card in the reverse here? The Six of Swords. Did somebody cause an injustice by moving away? And the Star card. This was meant to happen. Eight of Pentacles. Tell me more about this Justice card. I don't know if you've got... It's like passing a test here. That Hanged Man in the reverse. Gaining you a different perspective so you can move on towards peace. The Devil, there was definitely some kind of toxic energy here that was very overwhelming. It's like you guys won against the negative forces. It's like you didn't let it. You didn't let it prevail. You saw through whatever this was that was trying to keep you trapped. Maybe keeping you blocked from like going after something here that really makes you happy. This was an injustice of some sort, but it's over now. The truth has been revealed, or the truth is being revealed, giving somebody a new point of view here with the Hanged Man in the reverse. It's going to allow somebody to move on in peace. And I feel like for a lot of you, you guys have to get that closure and that clarity yourself. That's why you're never going back there again, because you had to do it by yourself. And because you did it by yourself, it's like the lesson is sticking with you now, right? Maybe some of you guys repeated the cycle a few times, right? Dated a couple of duds, right? I mean, it happens. But this is breaking free from the devil's hold. For some of you, like maybe some of you here even gave up some kind of toxic habit here that was maybe holding you back in some way. Maybe it was affecting your health, right? Maybe you know, some of you could have quit smoking or whatever, right? Tell me more. Tell me more for the collective, please, universe. The Lovers. This is a brand new contract, one being given to you by the universe, and it's a brand new contract because we're closed off to the past here. There's been an injustice. It didn't hold you back. It held you back for a hot minute, right? But it taught you a valuable lesson in your spiritual ascension that's allowed you to step into the next level, right? The next level is here. This could even be like reconnecting with a whole brand new soul tribe, right? Because sometimes once we start ascending and once we start evolving and growing, right? Sometimes, you know, the old doesn't really mesh with us very well. I have the Eight of Cups reverse at the bottom of the deck. That's somebody going back to something. I really hope nobody's trying to get back to something, because collective is not answering past energies at this time, right? The collective has learned a very, very long lesson, right? They got their finger burned too many times by poking the fire, and they're like, I'm all set with poking the fire. Tell me more. This could even be like a new business contract for some of you, right? Because we were talking about skills and stuff. Five of Swords reversed, Queen of Swords, King of Cups reversed, Ten of Swords, King of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and the Hermit reversed. Knight of Swords reversed, and the Three of Cups. There's that King of Cups in the reverse, by the way. Somebody here is probably not happy with some kind of new contract, and maybe it's just a contract with you and the universe, right? I'm a firm believer, like I tell everybody all the time, like I am in a committed relationship with the universe, right? That's my significant other. That is my partner at this time, right? That's the only relationship that I care about nurturing at this time. Somebody is no longer focused on a loss, and that was a big part of that lesson, right? And I feel like some of you guys, most of you guys, are probably in this Queen of Swords energy, where it's like you're not taking any shit at this time, right? You're speaking your truth, you're telling it like it is, right? Some people don't like it. Alright, clearly, because the King of Cups, like, he's having a hissy fit, right? Because, you know, you're not afraid to speak the truth, right? You have been given the Ace of Swords. It's in your hand. You're not afraid to speak the truth, especially in regards to how you feel, right? Because you also have the Ace of Cups. You're honest. And you're authentic, right? The Queen of Swords is very, very authentic, right? She says what's on her mind, even if that means going against the people closest to her, right? She's not gonna lie, you know, to save face or to make herself liked, you know? Somebody is definitely getting a blow to the ego here. You're definitely being trapped in some kind of mental prison. Somebody could actually even really be going to prison, right? For doing some kind of injustice towards you in the past. And it's like now it's finally catching up to them, right? Because the Eight of Swords could actually be imprisonment of some kind, right? Somebody being forced to learn a lesson in regards to their ego and their power trip here with the Ten of Swords and this King of Cups. You guys are standing firm here in your energy with the Queen of Swords. I feel like somebody, you know, with that Eight of Cups, this could also be like somebody that you were dealing with from the past, right? Who doesn't get it, who doesn't get that you've moved on, who doesn't get that you're now a different person than what you were before, and they could be wanting to come back in, right? To push your buttons, to test your limits, to see, hey, collective, right? Whatever it is that they want. And I think they're hearing no, and I think they're getting the hint that you're also probably no longer attracted to them anymore. And that kind of energy, it like disgusts you, right? Once you wake up and you see the devil energy, right? That toxic energy, right? It literally disgusts you. It literally turns you off about a person. And it's like you can't deny it anymore, right? Once you see it, you can't deny it. And somebody here is refusing to see, you know, how toxic they are. How much more healing they need to do. How much more honest they need to be with themselves. Either way, you guys are like opening up here with this Hermit card and stepping into your energy. You're not letting anything get in your way or letting anything stop you or block you from being stable here. You're protecting your peace at all costs. You can now see clearly. You're no longer trapped. You're no longer stuck. this is what I have for y'all today. If this reading resonates with you guys, please hit that like button, be sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date on when I upload. But here's the tea. You have been upgraded by the universe. In the past, I don't know why the past energies keep coming up when I do these readings. You know, for me personally, I get kind of a little annoyed talking about, you know, shitheads all day long, but this person's codependent. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody here doesn't even know what they have to offer and what they don't even value themselves, right? I feel like you have like this giant protection around you from the universe, like you're being hugged, right? And the universe is saying, I dare you, right? And I also feel like somebody has like that feeling, right? You know, like I said earlier, like I'm in a committed relationship with the universe, right? I feel like a lot of you guys are really walking with that, knowing that you're not walking alone, knowing that the universe is walking with you. And that adds some kind of like power to you that nobody else can take away from you. That's what I have for y'all today. Ciao.